Ladies and gentlemen, for the last session of tonight's awards, please could I beg your undivided attention and please pray silence for your president, Sir George Fistonich.
My lords, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I'd warm welcome this evening. Am I glad to be here because in 10 minutes I'll be finished, okay, and feeling a lot more relaxed. I am honoured to be the president in 2019, and one of the things I'd like to say that one of the reasons I'm up here is because New Zealand, probably 60 years ago, hardly had a wine industry. It was just port and sherry. So I was a founding member of a new era of the New Zealand wine industry. And one of our successes is that we are, as you probably realise, 90% of the time we're very competitive and successful with rugby and all sorts of sports. And we like that in the wine industry, and that's why New Zealand has actually become quite well known on the world stage. And in a lot of ways, we are very grateful to the UK market because that's where we started. I must have a special mention for Hatch Mansfield, our agents, who have been with us 30 years. And Patrick McGrath is definitely a star. He's won many awards himself, so I thank them for their help. And again, I'm proud to be not only representing Villa Maria, but representing the New Zealand wine industry, which I believe we have a great industry and we have made our mark on the world. Thank you. So it's amazing to think 50 years starting something like this, 50 years later, here we all are. When you think of all those virtually dozens of trophies, the complexity of putting something this together, it shows outstanding leadership and the sheer guts to stay with it, because it must have been the ups and downs to get the journalists, the judges judging the spirits, the wines and all this sort of thing. Fairly complicated sort of types of companies. I think the drinks industry is not like anything else. It's there's art, there's science, there's a very discerning public that talk about it, sit around, have a few drinks and start talking a hell of a lot more about it. In the wine industry, of course, we're almost farmers, we're agriculturists, we're scientists. Basically, we're artists, and then on top of it, you got all the complexity of putting up with licensing and different licensing laws throughout the world. So very complex sort of companies. So to put the International Wine and Spirit Competition, to be able to put all this together 50 years is quite incredible and deserves a great hand. In 2019, the IWSC is proud and excited to celebrate its 50th anniversary with a number of exclusive activities. It has brought together some of the most iconic names to create IWSC 50th anniversary, the blended Scotch Whisky. This is a unique blend created by Richard Patterson of White and Mackay, Bill Lumsden of Glenmorangie, Caroline Martin of Diageo, Kirstine Campbell of the Edrington Group, and David Stewart, MBE of William and Grants. So congratulations. The bottle was produced by Q1, the world's leading glassmaker, and we are in partnership with the WSET, also celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. Another great organisation, and again, they are doing so much to enhance. So many young people are studying that sort of exam, and I think it's doing a great job, and I'm quite proud a lot of our staff belong to it, what they're also achieving. We recognise 50 of the future stars of the industry from around the world through the Future 50 initiative. Again, a great initiative, congratulations. We also have our own very own sparkling wine produced exclusively by Nederburg in South Africa. Thank you everyone who has helped us celebrate this special anniversary. This year is about celebrating 50 years to date, and we have launched a series of initiatives ensuring the IWSC remains relevant and reflective of the industry. And this year we have refreshed the IWSC logo. We've launched a completely new website. Must all keep an eye on that. This evening, a new trophy which reflects the prestige of being successful here at the IWSC. Our assessments remain the most rigorous, with separate committees for wines and spirits. I sometimes wonder, again, how you put all that together. It must be an incredible amount of work and discipline required. We plan to continue evolving the IWSC to ensure it is always rigorous, independent and aspirational. And I think we'd like to thank all the sponsors, and especially those who have joined us in 2019, including Talus, Ensire, Forsyth, Cano Water and O1 Bottles. To all our past presidents, our chairman and good friend Philip Goodman, and Lord Verzo, the most disciplined person I've ever met. I've now watched him for 3 years. The amount of energy and time he puts in as chairman of the composition of the company is nothing short than amazing. Congratulations. It's been a pleasure working with you. IWSC judges, IWSC team for organising the evening's event, all who have generously provided the evening's wines and spirits. And also a warm welcome to my successor, the president of IWSC, Tamara Roberts, who I had the pleasure of meeting last night. Congratulations. Finally, just a little bit about Villa Maria. Won't go on too long because I think you've had a long night. It's all about us all celebrating our success, but we are proud to be a totally private, family-owned and managed company, totally New Zealand-owned. We're quite proud of our New Zealandness. And when I started, there were 10 large companies, and I was probably number 11. I'm the only one left still in New Zealand ownership, total New Zealand ownership and family controlled. All the others have merged, have disappeared into globalisation, which is fine, but I'm just proudly about New Zealand and New Zealand wine, so just something that I'd like to mention. We have been voted the #1 most admired wine brand in New Zealand by Drinks International 5 years in a row, so we're quite proud of that. So we basically live our sustainability. We are 100% sustainable in all our vineyards, and although we've got quite a volatile climate, we are struggling to go fully organic, which might take us quite a few years because it's a lot of work in it, but you're always learning new techniques of how to cope with sudden rainfalls. When you set up, you do all the things to get a vineyard organic, and then pours with rain about a year later, and you lose your certification. You've got to start all over again. But we still believe it's very, very important, so that's something that we're quite passionate about. So, in finishing up, I'd just like to think about one thing about the liquor industry. We have to be aware that it's a different world out there. There's no doubt about it that people are becoming very conscious of health. There are more and more people jogging, going to the gymnasiums. Like in Auckland alone, 30 years ago, there was only about 2 gymnasiums. There's now over 100. On the streets, just see people jogging, walking. People are becoming very health conscious. And I do tell everybody that if you really want to be healthy, have a glass of red wine every day of your life. And I personally turned 80 a couple of days ago, and I've only had 3 days since I was about 10 years old that I haven't had a glass of wine, and that was when I had appendicitis and I was in hospital and they wouldn't let me. But so I do believe wine is good and healthy, but you've got to drink in moderation, and the latest statistics show that more people are drinking. A lot of people are drinking wine, but are drinking a lot less. The quantities where they might have drunk a 750 bottle is more likely to be a glass or 2. So consumption per capita is dropping quite dramatically. People are looking for higher quality, and it's quite a complex situation. And I think as a drinks industry, I think we have to focus more on, rather than using the terminology drink, we should say taste, conversation. I mean, we're producing something that's social. People get together, enjoy life, talk about family, talk about politics, talk about anything, and rather than drink. And I think somewhere along the line, we've got to be very aware of what's happening in the future. Otherwise, our industry could shrink pretty badly and we could be in trouble. So I do believe that I sort of consider myself a bit of a futuristic person, and we're putting a lot of energy trying to predict what the future is and how we should cope with it. So I'd just like to leave you with that thoughts, and thank you. It's been a pleasure being your president. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your president, Sir George Fistonich. And may I, on behalf of Sir George and behalf of all in the International Wine and Spirit Competition, could I ask my colleagues to rise and raise your glasses to all of you here in this room who strive so well and who attend each year and support us. To you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to our final set of awards. And as soon as our president has been de-mic'd, here he comes. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have 7 awards, the first 6 of which are are awards to acknowledge the work of the UK trade in distributing and retailing the wines and spirits that we all enjoy, and the final one, our Lifetime Achievement Award. So let's crack straight on with the President, who will present the Spirits Distributor Trophy for 2019. And the shortlist is Emporia Brands, Maverick Drinks, Spirit Cartel, The Drinks Company. And the winner is Spirit Cartel.
Dynamic and innovative, Spirit Cartel's agenda is pure disruption to a traditional sector with amazing results. Their commitment to working with high-quality niche premium brands is exactly what the market needs right now.
Invite Ian Moody to join us on stage. Ian Moody will present the Wine Distributor Award for 2019, which is sponsored by NSERC. And the shortlist is ABS Wine Agencies, Alliance Wine, Butinot, and Castelnau Wine Agencies. And the winner is Butinot.
Despite the scale of the business, their interactions with both producers and customers are still personal and people-centric, with ongoing commitment to quality and customer service.
May I now please invite Mark Jones to the stage to present the trophy for On Trade Supplier 2019, sponsored by Riddell. And the shortlist is Flint Wines and Liberty Wines. And the winner is Liberty Wines.
With an outstanding and ever-evolving wine catalogue, Liberty Wines have been chosen by the industry for their fantastic delivery service, lovely reps, and extremely helpful educational support.
Invite Hannah Tovey to join us here on stage. Hannah will present the Own Label Range Trophy for 2019, and this is sponsored by the London Wine Fair. And the winner is Lidl.
Lidl was the clear winner of this award, showing astute buying choices in both their wine and spirit ranges. Lidl's Own Label range allows their customers to shop with confidence.
May I please now invite Ben Turner to join us here on the stage. Ben Turner will present the Wine Supermarket 2019 trophy, which is sponsored by McGuigan Wines. This is for the outstanding quality of wine results in the IWSC 2019 competition. And the shortlist is Aldi, Booths, Lidl, Waitrose and Partners. And the winner, Waitrose and Partners.
Waitrose blows the competition out of the water. Their innovation and ability to perform on a national scale is hugely impressive. There's wine for everyone with their different tiers of buying, and the judges were impressed by their sustainability and their education programme.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, our President will present the trophy for Spirits Supermarket 2019, awarded for the most innovative range in spirits with outstanding results in the 2019 competition. And the shortlist is Aldi, Booths, Lidl, and M&S. And the winner is Booths.
Booths have a comprehensive and diverse spirit selection. Their range champions local producers and highlights the unique and artisanal.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to our final award of this evening. And it's my very great honour and pleasure to invite Stephen Spurrier to join us here on stage to make this presentation. This award acknowledges the work of an individual. Bear with me, everybody at the back, because this is the last one. This award acknowledges the work of an individual whose passion, whose influence has made an impact on the whole wider drinks industry. The Lifetime Achievement Award 2019, sponsored by Académie du Vin Library, and the winner is Christine Parkinson.
Need me to tell you that Christine is highly respected and adored by the wine as well as the hospitality industry. She's educated and inspired a number of people throughout her career.
Thank you. George, thank you, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the formal proceedings for our 50th anniversary banquet. It falls to me just to say a couple of parting words. Two very important announcements. First of all, there's a jazz party in the crypt. Please do join it and stay as long as you like. Secondly, there's a wee baggie on the way out, and it's got our IWSC magazine hand-picked and the latest copy of Club Onologique magazine for collection as you leave, amongst other goodies. Let me now just say a couple of thank yous. First of all, to Pip and all the team at the IWC under Christelle's leadership for this evening's fabulous banquet. Thank you. Thank you to our transport logistics partner, Hellman Worldwide Logistics. Thank you to all of our judges and our Wine and Spirit Committee and their chairs for their support throughout the year, which makes this the competition it is. Thank you to our vice presidents for their support over 50 years, which has been greatly appreciated, and above all, to this year's president, Sir George, for his inspiring leadership and his youthful view of the future at his age. I hope, sir, if I make it to your age, I'll be just as youthful as you've been. To Party Ingredients, Mammoth Events, Sensible Wine Services, and all the staff at the Guildhall. We've had fabulous food, great service, santé du chef, santé du service, et merci à tous. Thank you to all those who've made tonight special. But most of all, my thanks go to each and every one of you for your support again for the competition. We would be nothing without you, so thank you for being here again. Ladies and gentlemen, the last word is always mine. We are very lucky people. We are very privileged people. We work in an industry that combines joy, quality, and pleasure. We combine art and business. And everything that we do goes into a bottle that is enjoyed by our customers. It's a privilege to be part of an industry that spends its life untiringly working towards quality and consistently giving joy. That we in the IWSC are able to give you this night, to salute your achievements and thank you for what you do, is our privilege. Thank you, and haste ye back next year.